All right, these are live visuals that you can see on your screen. Tahawwur Rana in NIA custody, going to reach, he has already left the Palam airport. He's now reached Patiala House Court. For what we see on your screens, these are live pictures that we are getting. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, November 26, 2008. This is a date that is etched in blood and tears into the heart of India. Now, the 26/11 Mumbai attacks, it claimed 166 lives. In fact, the mastermind of 26/11, he's back in India, and he's been dragged back on the Indian soil after he was extradited from the United States after a fierce legal battle. In fact, my colleague Mohammad Ghazali, who has been tracking this story since morning, he joins us on the broadcast. Ghazali, take us through what exactly is happening there. We can see a lot of commotion happening.
Right now you can see the security has yet again been increased after Tahawwur Rana, the entire NIA convoy taking him in. We just recorded it and showed that how the entire convoy went inside now. The special public prosecutor as well as senior advocate who will be representing NIA, they are already in. The special judge for the NIA court, he's also in. Nobody is allowed. And now you see, I think the gates are also closed. My camera person will show that the gates of the court have now closed, which was open all this while waiting for Mr. Tahawwur Rana. Now, all focus, the entire focus is now that what will be the demand of the agencies, which looks in simplistic terms, the agencies will certainly look to have his custody for as many days they can ask to the court, or either he will be sent to the judicial custody. The bigger challenge also for the agencies is that Tahawwur Rana has been in US. He was convicted for terror charges, and there he has faced trial on multiple occasions. He has been investigated and interrogated by the agencies. So this is not the first time that he will be facing that trial. Not the first time that he will be interrogated by the security agencies here. Also, during this entire course of Mumbai terror attack, the agencies had gone to US, had also spoken to David Coleman Headley, his childhood, his school buddy, and they both conspired this entire Mumbai terror attack. Though the mastermind is still at large, they are still on the soil of Pakistan, but yet it is a big victory for India that the man who was responsible for that entire terror attack, conspiring for it, did recce in multiple Indian cities, and not just Mumbai. He had visited other cities in India also. The terror attacks were planned and supposed to be executed for other cities also. All that information the agencies will certainly try to extract from him. Also about the local intel, also about the logistical support, and all those people who were involved, who supported Tahawwur Rana as well as David Coleman Headley to execute that terror attack. The agencies will try to get all those links because that will also establish his links with Pakistan government and all the entire security apparatus in Pakistan, the army, the ISI. Though India has repeatedly shared evidences that how Pakistan was backing this attack, or how the entire establishment knew beforehand that this attack is going to be executed. But this man, Tahawwur Rana, who has just entered the Patiala House Court for facing the law of the land now, will unravel more details to the agency. So this is a big development that finally, after a wait of more than a decade, around 16 years, that Tahawwur Rana has finally landed in India, and he has been brought to face the law of the land.
Right, Ghazali, we understand that the NIA is planning to present specific evidence during this remand hearing right now. How confident are the prosecutors, both Dayan Krishnan and Narendra Maan, in securing that custody right away?
Or the charge sheet prepared by the NIA, there are multiple sections. Our colleague Mukesh shared about it, that how sections of UAPA have been invoked. There are other sections of terror charges which have been put against Tahawwur Rana, but there is one section of IPC which generally people don't take it seriously, is the 120B. Section 120B is the section of the IPC which sort of accuses the person of creating the entire criminal conspiracy. And Tahawwur Rana is said to be the person who had collaborated with David Coleman Headley. He had given the entire idea of having that immigration firm, a front through which David Coleman Headley will visit India. He will do the recce, he will visit other locations, and even Tahawwur Rana himself came to India. He not just visited Mumbai, but days before the attack, he visited Mumbai twice, and then also visited Cochin, Ahmedabad, and other locations in UP as per the NIA dossier. So that is something. There are two key issues which NIA would, or the agencies would certainly like to know from Tahawwur Rana, is who are the local handlers who knew beforehand, who provided all the guidance, support and logistical support to Tahawwur Rana to go around the places to find out and do the recce of the location, as well as who was handling or giving instructions to him from Pakistan. That needs to be established, that how he was connected with the Pak government, how the entire state machinery of Pakistan was involved in this attack. And we also know that at that very time when this attack happened in Mumbai, when this terror attack was executed, at that very time a very high-level delegation of Indian government was in Pakistan to negotiate with Pakistan, to hold dialogue with Pakistan. So every time, and since then, it has been a policy that dialogue and terror can't go together. That's India's foreign policy with Pakistan. And this man's arrest, and now he has been formally arrested by the NIA when he landed here in India and has now been brought to the court. So all eyes are on the court proceedings, that for how many days, if the NIA gets the custody of this person, for how many days will he get the custody, and then formally this entire interrogation as well as the investigation into the case will proceed.
Absolutely. In fact, I'm also joined by Sunil Prabhu, who's at the NIA headquarters. Sunil, the big question at this point is, when is the NIA's high-level interrogation team expected to begin questioning with Tahawwur Rana, and will this happen tonight or after his court appearance?
Well, it depends on what the judge decides. So we will wait for the outcome of the special designated NIA court. Usually they give police custody, and how long will that be? 15 days or at least a month. These are things that will be required. His presence in Mumbai also will be required for what is the kind of assistance that he done. They try to recreate those entire incidents, so it will take a certain period of time. This is after a long period of time. I mean, let's not forget that it's been 16 long years. The NIA will have to recreate and look at the key aspects in terms of, even though they have done their homework, the multi-agency probe will not want to leave any stone unturned and get to the bottom of it. Who actually financed it? What was his role with David Headley? They have both were together in a military college, in a military school in Pakistan. What was the association? Who were the other handlers? Who were the other people that assisted them? What was the role of the deep state, the Pakistan government, the Pakistan army, the Pakistan establishment, the ISI, and that list carries on. So a lot of things will have to be answered in the entire process. We'll have to, of course, continue to hope that not only will they be able to probe and break Mr. Rana, who's a hardened criminal and a terrorist, who has already faced trial in the United States. India at that time had expressed its deep disappointment when he wasn't completely convicted for his role of 26/11, and it's now taken 16 long years for them finally to get him extradited to India.
Sunil, a key factor in securing Tahawwur Rana's extradition, was that India had given assurances to the US authorities regarding his safety, his legal rights, as well as the prison conditions. So everything has been taken into consideration as far as his extradition is concerned.
That's right. That they usually do that for not only for the United States, for anybody who has an extradition treaty. The Indian government assures them in terms of their human right record and all other aspects. In fact, to be very honest, we don't really need to be answerable to the United States, but because it's an extradition process that is required. This is something that happens in India on a regular basis. Of course, one would always argue that our prisons are overcrowded, there are too many under trials, there needs a lot of reforms in terms of what should be done. But that being said, ultimately I think the focus is right now on being able to crack Rana and get to the bottom of who were the key conspirators and whether they will be able to trace those who were responsible for the dastardly attack on India, on Indian soil. The terror attack and the city of Mumbai has never been the same again. India has learnt its lesson. Hopefully, with Mr. Rana's interrogation, they will get more answers on who exactly was behind this entire exercise.
Absolutely.